Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new day of Vlogmas. Today is Sunday morning and it is the day after the big party, so please excuse my puffy eyes. It's still pretty early, but we've come to this beautiful property called Compton Verney, which is a huge estate slightly towards Stratford-upon-Avon here in the Cotswolds, and we are here for a Christmas gospel choir morning, which is going to be so much fun. If you have watched the channel before, you may remember that I am a huge lover of gospel music. One of my favorite bands is the Kingdom Choir and the Odlovu Youth Choir. The Kingdom Choir, a couple of members of which actually sang at our wedding, which was very magical, very surreal, but there is something just so incredible and uplifting about gospel music. So when we heard that there was going to be a Christmas gospel choir coming to the Cotswolds and doing a festive performance here, we thought we had to come along. We've got all the family here, my cousins and auntie and uncle from the US. They actually live in Florida, and I think that they are going to really love it, and the children as well. So we are stocked up on mulled wine and hot chocolate. It's lovely and festive here. I've just found a little quiet spot in the entrance where it's actually pouring with rain, but it's going to be lovely and festive and warm inside. So without further ado, let's go in and enjoy the gospel Christmas choir. The magical concert, which left us all feeling very jolly, we've come to have a little look around at the museum at Compton Verney. This is a selection of Chinese Bronze Age products, items. So these are originating from the year 221 BC is what's estimated. Lots of vessels of serving food and wine. We've got some statues. Gosh, so many things. Wow, so this is a ritual food vessel for offering up food to deceased ancestors, and it originates from the year 1050 BC. So this was created over 3,000 years ago. Wow. Okay, so we have just left Compton Verney. We've got the cool kids in the car. Say hello, you two. Hi. And what are you playing on? Tablets. On tablets? Is it a certain game? Yeah. Yeah? What is it called?
Mine's called PBS.
PBS. What are you playing, Theo?
Airport Master.
Airport Master.
Wow.
And are you the airport master?
Yeah.
Are you in the control tower? Yeah? Okay.
That's cool.
That's very cool. I was just, Everly was just showing me a YouTube channel, a lady called, what was her name? Mariah Elizabeth, and she unpacks squishy toys, and she's got nearly 10 million subscribers, and her views get 2 million views per video. So if things don't go too well during Vlogmas, I'm officially going to become a squishy unboxer here on YouTube. But we had lots of fun at Compton Verney, and we are now heading to Warwick. Considering Charlie and I live on the edge of Warwickshire, it is quite shocking that we have not visited Warwick yet, so we thought now would be the perfect opportunity.
Funny, we spend all of our time, rightly or wrongly, but it's because everywhere we currently are familiar with, going in more into Oxfordshire, don't we?
Oxfordshire,
and
Gloucestershire, yeah.
And very rarely into Warwickshire. So we need to explore. That needs to be our 2024 big sort of thing, is to explore Warwickshire more.
Yes, so we've just literally typed Warwick into the sat nav. I think there's some Christmas markets going on at Warwick Castle, which was built in the year 1068, so it's over 1,000.
1068?
1068,
so that's literally 2 years after we had a new...
1066, well, it was built by William the Conqueror.
Wow!
Yeah.
So it's probably one of his first projects.
Probably, first of many. So, well, I guess they started building it around then. It was originally built out of wood, and then in the 12th century, like our house, and then in the 12th century they rebuilt it out of stone. In a meander of the River Avon. Can you tell I've literally just read the Wikipedia page? But I like to know a few little facts before going somewhere. So yeah, we're just going to explore, and then we've got a nice Sunday roast booked in a few hours, so we're going to explore Warwick, build up an appetite, and then get ourselves a scrummy Sunday roast. We're admiring the old, probably Tudor architecture. These lovely little old doorways just in the cobbled streets opposite the castle. Queen's House, built in 1573. This is the coolest thing we've seen in Warwick so far. Bedazzled Komodo Joe.
Same as a big green egg, but it's covered in like...
That's awesome. Hello again, my darlings. So we have just got back home after our lovely afternoon exploring Warwick. We actually didn't end up going into the castle because you have to buy the entire castle like tour and entry to even get into the grounds and go to the market, which is a little bit of a shame. But seeing as there are 11 of us, we thought £220 on a couple of hours looking around a Christmas market would have been quite a lot. So we've come home, and everyone is just kind of freshening themselves up / getting into comfortable attire, because we're just gonna have a really chilled movie afternoon. Charlie and I have, I don't want to quite say completed, because on Sky Cinema there are so many films, as you know. We've watched so many this year, and Charlie and I have already been smashing through with the classics. In the Christmas collection they've got all the favourites, you know, the Love Actuallys, the Holidays, the Bridget Jones, and Charlie and I have watched a lot of them. But what we thought would be really fun, because we've also got the children here, we've got many generations, we thought that we would put the Genie film on again. You might remember Charlie and I mentioned that we watched it like 10 days ago, actually, the night that it came out. We were so excited to watch it. But we thought we would stick that on again because we loved it so much, and I think that everyone will really enjoy it from a comedy point of view. And also, just like in the film where you have the English and American actor crossover, we are the English side of the family and our American side of the family crossing over. So I think it'll be a film that we all absolutely love. Richard Curtis, who is the Oscar-nominated screenwriter of Love Actually, Notting Hill. I don't know how he's not won an Oscar for those films when you consider, that's what I find so funny about Oscars, you know, there are such mega classic films like that which are obviously massive box office hits that don't get the Oscars, but at least he's Oscar nominated. Anyway, so this is his latest film, and I think it's going to be one that we will all enjoy. So Charlie is going to light the fire and we are going to pop the film on. If you've not seen the trailers for the film, then I'm going to leave it linked down below. I think you get a very good idea of the vibe of the film from the trailer. Essentially, it is the main character, Bernard. He finds an antique. He's in a tricky place with his family, you know, not being the best dad in the world. He's missed a few important birthdays. He's not done the best when it comes to gift buying. Without ruining anything, he basically is like, oh my gosh, what can I get for my daughter? Scuttles around the house and finds this antique kind of like jewelry trinket thing. Literally the kind of thing that you would find in this house. Maybe I will get Charlie to find some antiques and hopefully we'll find our own genie. But as you can imagine, the genie appears from this antique jewelry trinket box, and it's Melissa McCarthy, which adds instant humour to the film. Melissa McCarthy is the actress, of course, that we all know and love from Bridesmaids, so she adds a lot of comedy to the film. Talking about genie, darling.
Epic film.
Yeah, I was saying maybe we need to look around this house and see if we can find a little jewelry chest. And
I mean, it's one of those films because I think Christmas films.
The screenwriter wrote Love Actually and Notting Hill.
Yeah, and I remember. And do you know what? I often say this to you, don't I? Because we all watch the same classic films. I'm pretty sure everyone views Holiday and Love Actually have got to be top 5 for most people.
Yeah.
But it is frustrating that more films aren't made of that level because they're not that complicated. And when you think how old Bridget Jones's Diary, even Notting Hill, Love Actually, The Holiday,
which are all in Sky Cinema's Christmas collection.
True, we loved it, didn't we, on Sky Cinema? They're very clever. What did they put the other day? Films to watch while you're decorating the tree.
Yeah,
I like that. They're
I have
clever
all
with
these
that.
different playlists.
But yeah, so it's nice that there's finally a film. I will be honest, I don't think Genie's probably quite at the level of The Holiday or Notting Hill or Love Actually, but it's in the same realm.
It's more of a comedy. I think even just having Melissa McCarthy in it, you instantly know it's going to be a comedy.
Yeah, and I like the black actor in it. It's really good. I'm trying to think what his name is. He's in Gangs of New York. Not Gangs of New York, Gangs of London. He's also in Lazarus, which is on Sky. Lazarus? Papu Essiedu, British actor.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And then Melissa McCarthy.
He's only 33. He'd make a good James Bond. Genuinely. I could see, because everyone talks about Idris Elba as a James Bond. To me, Idris Elba's too old now.
He would.
This guy would make a good James Bond.
Yeah, he would. Oh, he's in the Lazarus Project.
Yeah. Capture.
Yeah, Gangs
Capture.
of London, the Capture. And Berlin.
Anyway.
So many good films.
Great film.
Yeah.
Great film.
So we're going to stick that on for all the family now, because Charlie and I enjoyed it so much last week. And then maybe we can sneak off at some point to do the advent calendar.
Yeah, we've fallen a bit behind. I think we've got a couple of days to do.
We have. But also on Sky Cinema, some more things for us to add to our list. There's a Sky original called May December, a seemingly happy family whose present is still informed by a controversial event in the past. That sounds... Oh, that's got Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore and Charles Melton in it, so that sounds good.
Right, Natalie Portman.
Yeah. What's her famous film?
I don't know. She's in Black Swan.
Of course.
I would also say Natalie Portman's pretty famous, although it's like her early days. She was in Star Wars, the original Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Not the original, like the second coming of the original. She plays like a queen in Star Wars.
Then we've got Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Teenage Billy Batson. Upon reciting the word Shazam, he's transformed into an adult superhero alter ego. Jamie would love that. Yeah, they've got a mega playlist of best of 2023. I mean, think about all the films that we have watched this year. There's so many more as well.
Because we were unwell, we
Downton Abbey, A New Era. Did we actually finish watching that?
We did, but I've got it on my list. I think what we're going to read it. We're not going to rewatch the whole of Downton Abbey because we did that. It is great to rewatch it, but it's kind of been recent that we did that. But I wouldn't mind rewatching the films because I think there's 2 films, or is there 3?
2.
Are they both on Sky?
I believe so.
Awesome.
We haven't watched Elvis yet. Obviously, we watched Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that so much actually.
Love Again, we haven't watched that. Maggie Moore was good. Magic Mike was
huge
great.
list. So these are all the additional films.
A Man Called Otto. These are like the best of 2023.
Yeah, Man Called
Top
Otto.
Gun, Maverick.
Yeah, that's
That
an
was-
epic film.
Yeah, Where the Crawdads Sing.
Your brother's not seen Top Gun Maverick. We were talking about this, which I was almost...
Has he not?
annoyed. You know, when you're annoyed, when you get annoyed at someone because it's such a good film, you're like, you've not seen this film. So I think we'll watch that over Christmas.
Yeah.
We're even talking, potentially, we might hopefully end up with some sky glasses at Straw Top.
That would be awesome.
Because I think we obviously loved the sky glass when we first got it, and then we were using it as like a TV that we'd wheel into the drawing room. But the reality is we only use the drawing room in the winter.
Yeah.
So we weren't using the sky glass as much as maybe we would otherwise. And because since we've had it in the bedroom, I've really appreciated how, I'm not just saying this, like this isn't an ad, we're not currently working with sky glass technically, but the speaker that's inbuilt in it is so good, which is so rare, because normally TV speakers now are rubbish because they want to sell you the additional speaker system.
Yeah.
So as a TV that's standalone without all these other wires and stuff, it is such a good TV. So I'm really hoping, my only criticism is that they don't make them smaller, because they make a 43-inch, which is probably the one we'll have at Straw Top, but that's almost too big. I think 32-inch TV is awesome.
You literally just plug it in and you've got everything, because at Straw Top, like here, it's listed, so we're not allowed to put
dish up,
satellites and things up.
Yeah, I think it's also at Straw Top, we're learning big time now is to simplify everything, because you got to remember that lots of guests, we've had a lot of international guests recently as well that aren't always familiar with the remote, familiar with this, so I do get messages like how to use the TV, how to use the induction hob, and I'm like, to me it seems straightforward, but that's because we're used to them. So I think with Sky Glass, it's nice because Sky Remote, certainly for Brits, is something that most people are familiar with. It's universal.
Yeah, and let's face it, people come to the Cotswolds, they stay at Straw Top, like literally your mum and dad are experiencing right now.
Yeah.
They watched Bridget Jones last night. I think they're planning on watching The Holiday tonight. So people do just come to these holiday cottages and they want to watch a film.
It's funny because I was initially a bit against having the TV at Straw Top, because I thought, well, maybe it's an opportunity to switch off, but especially this time of year, watching films at Christmas is just part of the magic, isn't it?
It is.
You're right, Dexy, and there's nothing better than having the fire on and having a Christmassy film on.
Which is what we're going to do now. So do you want to finish lighting the fire, darling? I think the children are going to come down now and we're going to watch Genie as a family. So let's get
And if anyone's listening that's involved in making films, my request for 2024 is a Christmas film set in the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
Actually,
because
in the Cotswolds,
because
the holiday
with
isn't.
The holiday.
Yeah,
that
so
is what's wrong with it.
A Christmas
that
film.
Picture that comes up when Cameron Diaz is looking on that website, and it's like the Cotswolds. That building does not exist.
So I think a Christmas film set in the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
Sausage dogs are in it in some capacity.
Yeah.
Because I think sausage dogs are massively underrepresented in films.
They are.
And ideally get Hugh Grant in there somewhere, because I feel like Hugh Grant is just brilliant.
So if we just invite Hugh Grant over,
I might write to Hugh Grant.
Vlogmas is essentially what you
if Hugh Grant's watching, please could you speak to your...
You never know who's watching.
Well, do you know what we had? This is a real ramble now. This is where when people will say, "Oh, you should have a podcast, Charlie," I'm like, "Oh, I don't know," because it could go down all sorts of rabbit holes. Weirdly, we did say once, didn't we? We said,
Chuckle Brothers.
To me, to you, and we quoted Chuckle Brothers, which I loved growing up, and the daughter of Paul, who the actor that plays Paul, Chuckle,
she's watching.
Watched the vlog and messaged us and said, "Oh my God, that's my dad." And we were like, "This is like, we've made it." You know you've made it when the Chuckle Brothers' daughter watches.
Nick Jones, so her house.
Oh yeah.
Because we were talking about the packaging.
But I do think, look,
she was like, "Dad, they're talking about you."
But I do think we need a few more good Christmas films.
Yeah.
Genie's one.
If
that's
you've
on the
got a
list.
famous relative, let us know down below. If you're related to Hugh Grant.
Genuinely, I think we need a Christmas in the Cotswolds film. And what would the storyline be? I think the storyline to be a bit different.
Saves Christmas.
No, I think the storyline to be a bit different could be something around a bit of a sad start where it's a family member dies, but then Hugh Grant, it's his wife, right, in an accident.
Hugh Grant hits his wife.
No. His wife dies in an accident.
Oh right.
And then he meets his childhood sweetheart again in the Cotswolds.
Sorry,
and
how
then
did Hugh Grant's wife die?
A snowboarding accident.
No, Hugh Grant's wife was ski, not snowboard.
Ski, okay. So yeah.
In Val d'Isère.
Somewhere quite posh. And then he's devastated, as you would be. Spends a number of years searching. Ends up living in the Cotswolds. Sells his house in London.
He's got a black and tan sausage dog.
Yeah.
She's got a dappled sausage dog.
Yeah.
And then they have a meet cute.
And then they have a meet cute.
Yeah.
And then she
They're
is
both
Kate
looking
Winslet.
for breeders.
I've figured it out.
Yeah.
She's Kate Winslet. So it's Holiday meets Love Actually.
Yeah.
Because
Meets
you've got
Vlogmas.
You've
Christmas
got Hugh
and
Grant
Christmas.
and Kate Winslet. That would work. But you're going to need a big budget. You've
No,
got.
their daughters are watching. Then maybe
I
they can
think.
get them for free.
I even think. Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. We need a bit of comedy in there. Maybe Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
She's in there.
Yeah.
She's the dog breeder. I mean, in all seriousness, if this film does get made, at least we've got videographic
Well, we've
evidence
got
for the
contacts
corpse.
at Sky Cinemas, so maybe we should just be like, right, guys.
And on that note,
Who needs Oscar-winning screenwriter of Richard Curtis when you've got us? frankly.
Look, I think there's something in it. In the same way that I'm going to say it, I think we were talking about this. We're saying because we've watched Harry Potter on Sky Cinema recently as well. They've got all of them, and I was saying, isn't it mad to think that? I know they were books first, that nothing's come close. And I know Harry Potter's like.
So was Genie. Bernard and the Genie was a book.
Yeah, but what I mean is Harry Potter, nothing's come close. And I still think, I know they did Twilight and all that, but I think there's something in the magic of like Dracula and like Bram Stoker and like reading it at school and like the gothic vibe.
Fairy tale Grimm.
Yeah, I think there's something in that. So there you go. Maybe that's Josie and our future career is writing new films.
Well, when you met Idris Elba, he did say he wanted you to be his.
That's my claim to fame.
You said, didn't he?
Well, he liked my honesty that the new Luther film was rubbish. And
I don't think anyone had ever said that to his face before, and you were like, yeah, it wasn't great, mate.
I said it wasn't great because I then backed it up with a compliment that the original Luther 2 series, third one wasn't great, the first two were so dark, edgy and amazing. And I think that's what I liked. And I think actually that's why I'd probably get him as an executive producer on Christmas in the Cotswolds, because I think there needs to be a dark, edgy bit to it. It's not all happy.
It can't be called Christmas in the Cotswolds because that will obliterate our SEO for Vlogmas.
Well, I don't think we'll need to do Vlogmas anymore after this film because it's going to be such a smash hit.
Such a blockbuster.
We'll be raking in the royalties.
Right, we are rambling. We need to get mince pies in the oven because everyone's going to be coming down.
If people want me to set up a crowdfund to raise money for this film, let me know, because I think this film could get made.
Maybe that could be next year's Vlogmas intro.
Yeah. And actually, in all seriousness, if we did make this film, donate all the proceeds to charity, all the earnings to charity. There you go.
Okay, right.
Right.
Okay, here we are. Everyone is still faffing about, so we thought we'd do the advent calendar now.
We didn't show yesterday, so you have to show yesterday. It's on the kitchen table still.
I haven't actually undone it. I don't know what it is, aside from the oat biscuits. But that was day 13.
No, that was day 12. So we're going to do 13 and 14 now.
Okie dokie.
Today's 14, isn't it?
Right, so I'm doing 2 for the price of 1. Do you want to take over camera duties?
It's difficult. We try and, because we've been on a couple of excursions.
Found 14.
Okay, you can't open that till you've done 13 as well.
13.
I think maybe next year I might do a vlog that you don't see where I can ask people for ideas for clues on where to hide, because that's the hardest bit, is where to hide the flipping things. Believe it or not. Yeah, maybe. Okay, clue number 13. You always use the words arguably. Do I? Well, I should write them all at once, really. Be a politician. The problem is it's
arguably the most neglected room during the winter months.
It's tricky because if I wrote all the clues at once, I'd come up with better clues probably, but then I'd forget what clues are and where to hide the gift, and we can't hide the gift. A lot of people have commented that they figure them out before I do. Really? Well, so this is not including the greenhouse. Oh right, okay, so it's the greenhouse. Because I would classify that as a room. Yeah, I would. It's neglected. Yeah, I know. The smallest fireplace in the house. We're not going to the messy area again, or is it the garden room bathroom? There you go. Let's go there first, because then I can get my boots on. Yeah. So we'll do 14. This is 14, right? Okay. Yeah, 14. The smallest fireplace in the house. Everyone keeps asking for a full house tour. We should do a fireplace tour because there's technically a fireplace here as well, but it's been blocked off. I think there is. I think it's 13 or 16. I can't remember. No, it's 15. 15, is it? All right, we got. All right. I guess we've never lit this, have we? Well, it's not yet. It's just sat there. It's display only, so it's not been fitted yet. So we've never lit it because it's not fitted. Another little card, which means maybe it's an experience. A full day to switch off before the Christmas chaos at time. That's this Friday. Yep.
Friday, 15th of December. Oh my gosh, darling.
For both of us, obviously. You're stuck with me doing it. Oh. But the thing is, we've never done...
10 a.m. Botanical Buffet. 11:30 a.m. Aurelia Bespoke Massage. 1:15 lunch.
Yeah.
Wow, darling, that's such a treat. So we've got to leave here at 9 a.m. on Friday.
Yes, we do have to leave quite early, but it's to try and fit it all in because we've had massage and treatments before, and I think you did the botanical bothy, but it's hard to do both.
Well, botanical bothy is a massage.
Yeah, but I spoke to him about it. It's more of a breathing. It's going in the bath. It's scrubs. It's a treatment, and then it's the massage.
Yay! What a treat, darling. That's mega.
And for people thinking, yeah, it is generous, but it is your birthday gift. So like that's one of the main experiences. So, like, in terms of, like, the main experience, that's probably one of the main ones.
This is very mega. Okay, let's go.
I mean, we've still got a couple of other fun experiences that we won't be opening for a few days, actually. Some ones that I'm quite looking forward to.
Yay.
Yeah.
My goodness me.
Alright.
Alright, let's tog up. It's chilly out here. Puppy dogs.
Oh! We were waiting. We know that Daddy's been outside. You're very, very, very scary.
Come on then, Terry Blaze.
Alright. I'm just going to take the opportunity to shout out Jack.
Look at the dog.
The pond is flooded. This, just to be clear, this is why I'm in favour of getting rid of the duck house, because it just gets ruined by the flooding water.
Look at it.
Luckily, the pond has an overflow, natural overflow, but I don't think it's ever been this high.
Daddy, I'm doing a tinkle. Don't show me.
I don't think it's ever been this high. I mean, look, if we had another 4 or 5 heavy days, it would go over the edge, but I think we're going to be fine.
Spill.
But it's not looking good. Shout out to Jack, though. Was it Cotswold Country Bird? No. On Instagram, our amazing gardener and friend. Must just put that out there. Because she's done a real tidy of the border today. And it is that sort of time of year where you have to, if it's brown, cut it down. There's some stuff we've left up for both for wildlife and I guess for points of interest.
I think that's the toilet thing. If it's brown, flush it down.
No, cut it down, I said. Oh, Josie. And the sedums we're leaving up. And that's actually inspired by thyme. Because we saw them left up at thyme all winter, and you could argue they look a bit sad, but I think they look quite sort of, they're just a nice structure. Otherwise it'd be a bit empty. But here we go, into the greenhouse.
The most neglected room during the winter months is, sadly, the greenhouse.
That looks pretty, that pink up there. Look, the pink. What is it? Pelargonium.
You don't need to water them that much. We have 2 more Trolley burgers and something from my cash.
I think I might have Sheerlux to thank for this.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh. Effortlessly elegant. This, oh my gosh, is it a pair of gorgeous trousers?
Well, hopefully they'll fit.
I might wear these now. Oh my gosh, darling, that's so lovely. Yay!
Yeah, and I think,
so
I mean,
these are good airplane trousers.
that was actually what my thought process was, because we're going on an exciting honeymoon in Jan.
Some cashmere trousers from Lily Silk, but these are thicker.
Well, let's see. As I say, I haven't heard of the brand before. I'm pretty sure it was a Sheerlux gift guide. They do very good gift guides. We're always happy to shout out, even if it's other businesses that do what we do. We're happy to shout them out when they're good, and Sheerlux know what they're doing.
They sure do. Look at my anemones. I could do with doing everything in water in here, actually. Even though it is middle of winter.
Yeah.
My anemones are coming up.
Everything does need a bit of a water.
It does. I'll come and do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because...
I don't think those should be flowering now.
Yeah, they're into flowering narcissus.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, but again, they need a bit more water.
Oh, hello, Dickens.
It's my daddy and my mummy.
Oh, he's so excited.
Very quick garden update. We haven't done one in such a
Oh, look at the new cloches.
They're gorgeous. Calico cloche.
I actually think... I think I maybe even prefer the new design.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They just really stand out.
They look so good when they're aged.
Yeah, definitely. They need a bit of moss and a bit of greenery on them.
Yeah, don't clean them ever.
No, never.
No, just let them get. So the things that you can grow during the
You're a
winter
minx.
months,
You're a little minx. Look at that little minxie. Not up there, thank you.
things that you can eat during December. Obviously, we've got our Christmas carrots. We'll be having these with our Christmas dinner. We've got Cavolo Nero. We've got obviously all the herbs still going.
Yeah, the herb bed's doing well. Do you know what the sage is? Oh, I've still got to plant these. I forgot about these. Well, the sage is a bit of a disappointment in that the sage was here for the first 2 years or however long it is, a year and a bit, and it died. It literally just died.
You got the phone number for Guinness World Records? Look at these carrots.
Give them a ring.
Have you ever?
Oh dear.
This is what happens in the
I don't know if they're going to taste particularly nice though.
One for your trivet, darling.
That's almost like a marrow of a carrot, isn't it?
That's gonna need.
God, the rhubarb's not looking too happy.
That's gonna need a spade.
Do you know what though? This is the beauty of gardening. You're learning as we go. Do you know what I am? That one fruit tree behind you has gone absolutely mental. Yeah. One really exciting development, which people will probably be very bored by me saying, but I'm happy with it, is that the tree supports on the Portuguese laurel at the back have come off because really you only need the tree supports for 2 to 3 years, for the first 2 to 3 years. And you have to give, yeah, we had those put in February 2021. Wow. So exactly 2.5 years really. And you can do the test where if you see if you move the tree support and the tree itself isn't wiggling in the ground at the base, you know that ultimately the tree is actually keeping up the support. So yeah, I just think they look so much tidier. Can't wait to get the other tree supports off, but you've got to be patient with these things.
Right,
there you go.
Everyone's waiting to watch the film, so
let's do it.
Let's get back inside. Not to be left out, of course, this is actually yesterday's calendar gift, so day 12, so just did 13 and 14?
Yeah, day 12.
So we've got, if ever you're looking for really nice sustenance to gift someone, the Newt have got a shop online.
It's dangerous, isn't it? It's as good as Dalesford.
Because
and
the
actually,
granola...
the biscuits are better than Dalesford. So
what's in here?
Well, the main gift is this, because I thought with all your baking, this would be quite a cool... So those are to go in it for now. Let me film it. Those are to go in it for now. But this is for all your baking experiments, as we know, if you're loyal subscribers. I just thought it was quite cute.
Oh, it's got leaves?
Yeah, so it's a posh, it's essentially a posh biscuit tin.
That's really nice.
But I just thought when we go to people's houses and you've baked stuff,
yeah,
I mean, it's nice to reuse it, but it's, yeah.
That's gorgeous. They look like nasturtium leaves.
But do you know what? I'd say, I think that's quite a nice gift for like an older relative, like shortbread, and then you can put it in the posh tin, can't you?
That's lovely. Thank you, darling. You're very thoughtful with your gift buying.
It's not, you're not the easiest to buy for, but
I'm very easy.
Dickie's really easy to buy for. Just treats will keep me happy, Daddy.
Daddy, you need to light the fire.
Oh, he's a squidgy dog. He's a lovely boy.
Whoa, slight sudden change of plan for the afternoon / early evening. I completely forgot that I have got a reflexology appointment this afternoon / evening. I've never had a full reflexology appointment before. I have had reflexology as like a little 5-minute tester at the end of getting my lashes done before. But never like a full-on appointment that is purely for reflexology.
Oh, George is here.
Wonderful NJ, Naz, who you met briefly in the vlog where we went wild swimming with Leonora. She was in the car with us, and I've mentioned her when we went to Estelle Manor as well. She actually recommended on that day when we had our girls' lunch at Estelle Manor, she was like, oh my gosh, Josie, if you like these kinds of treatments, you need to try reflexology, and Jenny is the best. So I'm heading towards Woodstock, which is near Blenheim Palace. It's actually very close to where we were last night for the party, for my first ever appointment. And I think the reflexology, obviously she's probably going to tell me loads more about it so I can fill you in later, but I think reflexology can literally help with everything from migraines to stress to aching muscles. I've even heard that it can help with fertility, loads and loads of things, and I just love trying different things, so I thought I would give it a go. I have no complaints at the moment. I'm not particularly stressed. I don't have migraines, so I might just say to her, like, just chill me out, relax me. So that is where I'm heading now. It's my first time meeting Jenny, so I probably won't film anything because that would be a little bit awkward, but I will let you know how it is when I get back. I'm going to pop on a Zoe podcast. I love a science and nutrition podcast. I like to learn while I'm driving, so yeah, that is the plan. for the afternoon. Woo. Hello again, my darlings. I'm back home, as you can tell, and just feeling so very relaxed after that incredible treatment. Jenny was so lovely. It took me a little while to find her house. Spelsbury is the little village where it was, and it's very like higgledy-piggledy, lots of little lanes, but the treatments, she does them in her home in this gorgeous relaxing room. As I think I mentioned earlier, this was my first time having a proper reflexology treatment, so she started off just by telling me a little bit about it and what she was going to do, and some of the benefits of reflexology. And it's actually just, it's so fascinating. So your feet, apparently, and I'm sure so many of you watching know so much more about this than I do, so please feel free to correct me if I say anything not quite accurate here. But Jenny was explaining how your foot is basically like a map of your body, and you're able to kind of manipulate, I guess, parts of your body from applying pressure to different parts of your feet. So you could, for example, increase blood flow to the kidneys, livers. You can help with hormone balancing, you can help with digestion. And she was saying how I'm not gonna be able to do this in like a flattering way, but this part of your foot is meant to be connected to your spine, or maybe it's the other side. I think it's the inside is your spine. This is your kind of like reproductive area, your toes, your big toe, I think she was saying, is like, this is obviously the upper body, then it's your digestion in the middle. This is a really weird angle for me to show you, and I'm sure there are diagrams online, but I'm just really fascinated by all of these more kind of alternative therapies. Not that I have anything really against traditional doctors, obviously. I think they are incredibly important, but I think that there's got to be something in all of these alternative treatments that have been around for thousands and thousands of years. Like, there's got to be something in them. They're not a fad, because they've been around for so long, and there are becoming more and more studies available on the impact that they have, and I'm just open-minded, you know. I'm willing to give all of these things a try, and everything that I have done, I feel like this YouTube channel is like a documentation of all the different, I don't want to say fads, but like things that I'm open to trying, whether it's adaptogenic mushrooms in my morning coffee, or going outside and grounding, or just lots of these different things. And I'm really open-minded to the benefits of reflexology. So she was also saying how, like, I went in and I was like, look, you've come really highly recommended. I don't have an issue that I'm trying to fix, but I would like to feel more relaxed and just to do what you want to do, and there we go. And also being really open and honest with you, I put on my form, it said, do you have children? And I wrote not yet, and she was like, oh, you wrote not yet? And I was like, yeah, well, maybe it's something that's in our future, like we hope it is. And she said that reflexology can be really good, she can help balance the hormones, so she did a little bit of work there. And I was listening to a podcast on the way back, and there was someone speaking about how people that have really struggled to have children have then gone on and they've tried lots of traditional medicine that they've been recommended from doctors, and then they've gone on and had reflexology and they've got pregnant straight away. So I think I'm, as I said, open-minded, and I think that there's certainly no harm in it. It was a very relaxing experience. I would oh, and yeah, so I had like heated blankets over me. She had some beautiful hot stones that she placed in various areas, like behind my shoulders and on my tummy, and they just stayed still the whole time. Relaxing music playing. She had lovely Bamford lotions that she was using, so it smelled gorgeous in there. We did a little bit of like a 1 minute, not really meditation, but she was like helping me visualize a relaxing place, and then essentially an hour-long foot massage, and it just made my whole body feel relaxed. So she was saying that she could feel from my feet that I was very tense in my neck and my shoulders. She said she could feel something funky going on with my left ear, which is a little bit random, but I don't know, I think it's okay. I think it's all right. She said she did a little bit of work on my digestion, so yeah, really, really interesting. And she recommended that if you don't have any particular issues, then you could go once a month, but then more regularly if there is something that you're trying to work on. But yes, I'm very grateful to NJ for recommending Jenny. I will leave her Instagram link down below in case you're local. I know that a few of you are local. And I just wanted to read you this quote that NJ just put on her Instagram. She was watching an old episode of Friends, and I would highly recommend following NJ as well. As I mentioned, she's not an influencer, but she is a hypnotherapist, and she's just very cool and very inspiring. And she's written something about your nervous system regulation, and it kind of links into what I was saying earlier about watching old classics like The Holiday and Love Actually on Sky Cinema. She said, "Did you know that watching the same show or film is actually a self-regulation tactic? Your brain craves familiarity, especially in times when it feels like the ground is moving, so times like during a pandemic or during crazy Christmas periods. So if you find yourself craving the same shows or films, you're actually seeking a form of comfort." And boy oh boy, isn't that true? Like, it's just so literally comforting to stick on a film and, like, you know what's coming, you know they're gonna be happily ever after, and it just chills you out a little bit. She said, "Get curious with this, sometimes allow it, and sometimes choose to regulate yourself in a different way." So yeah, I really liked that. And speaking of which, everyone thoroughly enjoyed, oh, that was a nice reel. Did Zoe and Alfie have their new baby? They did! Oh my gosh! That is so cute! I feel like she was, oh my gosh. Novi? What's her other one called? Ottie and Novi, or Novi, I don't know. Oh, that's so cute. I just got very distracted. What was I saying? Oh yeah, everybody loved Genie. I thought they would do. Such a fun film. And Charlie and I are now watching Bridget Jones 2, because we watched Bridget Jones 1 last week. So I'm going to go downstairs, we're going to carry on watching it. Oh. And then I'm sure in like 20 minutes we're going to come up and stick it on the Sky Glass here in the bedroom, because oh, we are just loving our full cinema experience. I do have to drink a lot of water tonight. The toxins are flowing around my body now that I've had the massage, so I need to hydrate myself to flush them out. Yeah, really fascinated, and I can't believe it's taken me 32 years to properly try reflexology. If you guys have got any experience with it, then let me know down below, and if there are any other alternative therapies that you guys have tried and that you like, please let me know, because I love them. I love finding out about them, I love giving them a try. It doesn't hurt. So yeah, okay, right, I'm gonna go downstairs and carry on watching. One thing I was thinking is it would be so good if you could actually be under an LED light while you're getting reflexology. So if I was a reflexologist, I would definitely get a big LED thing so people can get the benefit of that on their face or anywhere else on the body while they're also getting reflexology. I can probably get someone to come to the house to do reflexology, and then I could just set myself up. Now there's an idea. What I really want to know, Mummy, is can puppy dogs have reflexology? I guess technically they could, couldn't they?
They wouldn't enjoy it.
I think he would.
Dexy would.
Dexy would. I enjoy any form of massage, because if a human's soles of their feet is a map of their body, then surely the dogs are the same. But you've got 4 feet. So Mummy would need an extra pair of hands to
Just
massage
quickly.
you. Sorry, darling?
I'm looking at children's gifts on John Lewis.
Yeah.
How epic is this? A cordless toy vacuum cleaner that looks identical to our Dyson. I would have loved that. That is awesome. 25 quid seems quite reasonable. I wonder if it actually vacuums, because then you could get your child to actually flip in.
They are missing a trick if it doesn't.
For 25 quid, do you reckon it does?
No, I won't have any suction.
This toy is designed with a working suction and cyclone action.
So you can actually get your children to help with the chores.
If you can't afford a full-on Dyson, just get a children's version and just bend down. 25 quid, I mean, that is a bargain.
Mummy's doing reflexology on me and I really like it.
The other gift, which is at the other spectrum of price, which is just epic, is Lego
Mini Defender.
Lego
Defender. Didn't we see that in Bamford?
How cool is that?
I'll get you that, mate.
Well, I don't. Do you know what though? I think the problem with it is it would take forever to build.
And then one smash.
And then once it's built, I mean, it's almost more of a like
Collector's piece.
12-year-old's gift. 12, 13, 14. A child that doesn't want to destroy it.
Going on
Your
32.
nephews would want to write that off. Oh, yes.
I'm a pterodactyl. I'm a pterodactyl. Right. Bridget Jones time. Well, my darlings, you might be able to hear Charlie's football podcast in the background. And as you can tell, I'm LED masking. I'm trying to get in the habit of doing this 4 or 5 times a week. And I think it is making a great difference to my skin, along with everything else, skincare that I use and nice facial stuff I've been having lately. So yeah, we are 3/4 of the way through Bridget Jones' Diary 2. Gonna finish watching it. Where's the remote? Oh no, I can't actually see anything when I've got this on. Apparently it is okay for your eyes though, and someone actually told me that apparently it could be good for your eyes, not just okay. And I'm quite intrigued as to whether it could be good for my low light ability. Don't know. But anyway, I wanted to sign off and say good night. By the way, this is the best thing if you're an LED lover, because as long as you can find the mouth hole, you can still drink when you've got your LED mask on. It's got the straw. This is the Partner in Wine, what are they called? Ice Queen bottle? Don't know, but I love them. Anyway, that is all from me, darlings. Thank you for watching Vlogmas day 14, I think. Tomorrow we are going to Bicester Village, so that's going to be a really fun shopping day. So I will see you in the morning for Vlogmas day 15. Good night.